I was born in Pakistan, and I'm going to die in Pakistan. My grandfather is buried there. My father is buried there. I will never leave my country. When there was no legitimate government, there was anarchy. We must not get involved in these superpower rivalries, but fight for our own national interests. In politics, nothing is permanent. People leave, people join, people reconcile. The Pakistan People's Party believes that the well-being of the nation is in the well-being of the people. The state's capability will always be greater than any group of dissidents. Armed struggle is not only impractical, but counterproductive. The destiny of our nation is not slums. The policy of strategic depth could become one of strategic threat to Pakistan. The political battles that I fought were always for an end, the goals centered on liberty and social justice. I didn't choose this life, it chose me. The crime of the few had become the guilty of the many. Zia-ul-Haq wants the country, even the world, to forget that there was ever a family named Bhutto. Extremism has been nurtured, empowered, and exploited by military rulers for generations. Democracy in Pakistan is not just important for Pakistanis. It is important for the entire world. I dream of a world where we can commit our social resources to the development of human life and not to its destruction. The government I led gave ordinary people peace, security, dignity, and opportunity to progress. Choosing peace means rising above one's own wants, needs, and emotions. To make peace, one must be an uncompromising leader, and to make peace, one must also embody compromise. They have tried to ruin me because they want to ruin the concept of a pluralistic, liberal Pakistan to be accused of robbing. That really pains me. Ultimately, leadership requires action, daring to take steps that are necessary but unpopular, challenging the status quo in order to reach a brighter future. The forces of moderation and democracy must and will prevail. Against extremism and dictatorship, I will not be intimidated. This is not the life I chose, it chose me, but I accepted the responsibility, and I have never wavered in my commitment. Life never does get stable because there are really always new causes to fight for and new challenges to meet. To make peace, one must be an uncompromising leader. To make peace, one must also embody compromise. They might try to assassinate me. I have prepared my family and my loved ones for any possibility. No, I am not pregnant, I am fat, and as the Prime Minister, it's my right to be fat if I want to. Despite threats of death, I will not acquiesce to tyranny, but rather lead the fight against it. Democracy needs support, and the best support for democracy comes from other democracies. There have been many conspiracies to break the PPP, and none have worked so far. The People's Court are my constituency, and they want me to be their leader. I told him on my oath in his death cell I would carry on his work. Whatever my aims and agendas were, I never asked for power. Each incarceration is just adding a layer of anger. My death will be the catalyst of the change. We do not believe in politics of revenge. Democracy is the best revenge. Democracy is the best revenge. The government I led gave ordinary people peace, security, dignity, and opportunity to progress. I am planning to return and contest the October elections in Pakistan. You can imprison a man, but not an idea. You can exile a man, but not an idea. Benazir Bhutto was an inspirational leader and an inspirational woman. Freedom is not an end. Freedom is a beginning. I'm not into smoke-filled rooms. I don't have the time for Byzantine political intrigues. Perusing peace means rising above one's own wants, needs, and emotions. The military wants a system that protects its policies and privileges. Americans began with a president who couldn't tell a lie, and now they have one who can't tell the truth. I know death comes. I've seen too much death, young death. A people inspired by democracy, human rights, and economic opportunity will turn their back decisively against extremism. I dream of a world where we can commit our social resources to the development of human life and not to its destruction. The political parties have unanimously rejected the woman constitutional changes. Democracy needs support, and the best support for democracy comes from other democracies.